Hey, what's up? This is Ray and Simon on DHC, and today we're going to be talking about Childish Gambino's new song, This Is America. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of symbolism
This is America.
in this in this music video, right? In the song, just everything, period. I mean, he's talking about weapons and police brutality going on in America, and how everything can be so corrupt, and yet they'll put up a front and make everything look like it's good, but behind the scenes the total opposite is happening. So pretty interesting when I saw this. I know he got a lot of hate for this video, but yet there were people that saw beyond the hate and saw the message he was trying to pull out. So I think it's pretty interesting, and I mean the song isn't too bad in my perspective.
Why did he get a lot of hate for it?
Well, I mean, what he's showing in his video and what he's talking about is it's bad stuff. It's
controversial.
Yeah, it's vulgar.
I don't know. I watched the video along with you, and I didn't really feel like there definitely was. There was parts of it where it was like, there's that choir, they're singing, and he's all happy, he's dancing, he comes over, and then there's a break, and he takes out an AK-47 and just shoots them all.
Yeah.
So what does that symbolize? What is that saying?
It's showing that there's quite a bit of conspiracy, right? Everything looks good on the surface, but really there's actual problems that aren't being addressed. Mm-hmm. I mean, he kills the choir there, and then he hands the gun to a guy who just quickly wipes it off and moves away. So it's kind of like, yeah, there's a problem. These guys are dealing with it, in this case, through murder, and then they just brush it under the rug. I get what he's saying.
What was another cool thing that jumped out at you from the video? What's another scene?
At the beginning, he does this little interesting pose, and then he puts a bullet through the guy's head.
Okay, yeah.
And then that same guy comes up and picks up the gun and walks away.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, yeah. Same guy comes up, dusts off the gun, goes away. They're kind of brushing it under the rug again. He's talking about some girls and how they like to put on makeup and try to look good and do this and that. But it's not like back in the day where looking good made you feel good. There's other reasoning behind it. These girls, I mean, they could be prostitutes, they could be working. There's just so much more to it.
I don't know. I looked at the video just like you did, and there's like a bunch of symbolism, I guess you could say, and people are talking about it. But isn't it kind of like, don't people know that stuff is going on already? Like, do we need Childish Gambino to come out with a song and show us it in his video?
Well, here's my response on that. I mean, look at the feedback he's getting from the video. It's like a 50-50 thing. People really like it and they understand what he's saying, but then there are people who think I think it's garbage. Whether it doesn't sound good or this
I don't think
true.
It's garbage. I
didn't mean you specifically. I just meant there are people out there who are tweeting and saying this is garbage. I don't like this. His other music was better. They're missing kind of the core idea behind the song, and it's going to be there. The people are not going to like it, and there are people who are going to think it's okay.
And this is totally America. Like, he named it, This is America. This is what America is about, and things happening behind the curtain, and all the the conspiracies that we talk about and people hear about government agencies and cover-ups and all the government stuff that we know and kind of heard of, like going back to 9/11, all this kind of stuff, right? So there's so much covered up. I 100% agree. Of course, I just feel like we've beat this horse to a pulp. What's that saying? We've beaten the horse? Something like that. What's that saying? I don't know who's beating horses right now, but whatever that saying is, you beat the horse. You guys know what I mean. You say the same things over and over again, but it never changes, right? There's still cover up. There's still, we can talk about 9/11, or we can talk about who's that insider that tripped a lot of the government information on WikiLeaks and stuff a few years back, and has asylum in a different country now. This is America, and I think people know it. I don't know if people in America know it, but I'm telling you right now, people outside of America, they know that America is controlled and honestly fucked.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there must be people out there that know it, but what are they doing about it? I mean, Childish Gambino is seeing it, and he's taken a step towards doing something about it by bringing it to the public's attention. I mean, I don't think things are as bad as back in the day, like in the 70s and 80s when like rap started taking off, and you had groups like NWA, and you had Ice-T, and they were talking about police brutality and all that other stuff. Things were a lot worse back then, but I guess it's just still a problem till this day. And he's bringing it forth to people's attention just to see, because I mean, he wants to see who will join him in some type of a fix or a solution. Which I'll agree with you earlier on. I really don't think there is a solution.
There is a solution, but it's just it hasn't happened, and it's not happening for how long. It's kind of sad that we agree to that there isn't a solution or it doesn't happen and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's very sad. It's like we've given up hope, and the world's given up hope. But again, the American history behind control and government and just conspiracy is bar none. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's
totally
insane is. The amount of stuff that the people of America, and not even America, I don't want to hate on Americans specifically, but the world has just allowed.
That's true.
We've allowed it. We continue to allow it. We talk about it, but when is it going to take to kind of change the things that we clearly see in this video? That's
true. Yeah, you know what? We could even branch off on that, because he's talking about America, but I mean, there's problems going on all over the world. And like Somalia, there's issues there. I won't go into a deep topic, but
they talk also about a big thing in the video is about gun violence. So gun violence in America, and we've obviously seen a lot of gun violence imagery and news items and bulletins over the last year or so in the U.S. The most recent being there was a shooting. I feel like there's always a shooting in the U.S., to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's literally how desensitized it has become in my mind, and I'm sure to a lot of people else as well. Like, oh, there was a shooting in the U.S. Like, oh, okay. Like, there's always, I feel like, a shooting in the U.S., and they always have pro-gun and, all this stuff and the debates over it. I think there was the one that comes to mind is that Las Vegas shooting happened a while back.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even too long ago.
That wasn't too long ago, and then I think the most recent one was the school shooting. There was a school shooting,
yes.
Right?
Yeah, that was really sad.
So I guess he's taken on that kind of approach and mentality of gun violence in America.
But I mean, even his symbolism on misdirection too.
Right. Talk about that. What did you see on that?
Well, quite a bit of it. It's just a lot of it is him. He'll do something bad, right? He's acting like everything's good, but he'll do something bad, and then that guy will run up and then wipe the gun away, right?
And then he'll just dance it off.
Yeah, and then he dances it off after. Which the media is so good at doing that. They're so good at posting images in our mind about race or about worldly events, period.
Yeah, so that's true. It's honestly about this planting of seeds. You literally plant seeds, and it's a big thing. Companies use this all the time. They plant seeds, and that's the best way for the human race to get an idea in your mind without you don't even know it's happened. Right? And then you trigger that seed later on to do whatever the hell you want it to do.
Yeah. It's very...
Right? And we blame the media and stuff like that too, but we do it to each other, right?
Sure.
We plant weird seeds with each other in conversation, in situations, and when we're hanging out and stuff like that. But we get affected by society and media and all this stuff too. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Please leave a comment where they're due below. But definitely a very big music video that's come out recently. Childish Gambino, I still love his old song Redbone. That's like one of my favorite songs from him.
Oh yeah,
I love that song. I think I listened to it out a million times.
I just want to say too, so first off, I love Drake's music, and his Hotline Bling song, I mean, the dancing in there was great. It definitely generated a lot of memes over the internet.
Yeah.
But
he was throwing Pokemon balls everywhere.
Batting tennis balls and stuff.
Pizza slices everywhere.
I cannot wait to see what comes out of this video.
That's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that is true.
I think it's going to be pretty funny. I'm curious to see what type of creativity people will come up with. Drake, your dancing was good if you're listening to this, but honestly, Childish Gambino went a little step further. I'm not going to lie.
Thanks for listening, and if you liked what you heard and have feedback for future topics, please email us at dhcconvos, that's dhcconvos @gmail.com. For YouTube, please make sure to comment your thoughts on this week's topic below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content. Until next time, this is Ray and Simon with DHC.